Hello and welcome to a Malthaus game session review. In this review, we're going to be talking about the game Holding On, The Troubled Life of Billy Kerr. This is a cooperative game designed by Michael Fox and Rory O'Connor, with art by Bryn Jones and graphic design by Winnie Sheck. This game is published from Hub Games, and they provided us with this review copy just for this video.
In Holding On, The Troubled Life of Billy Kerr, you are playing one of a group of nurses who are taking care of a man named Billy Kerr. Now, Billy has come to your hospital after suffering from a heart attack on an intercontinental flight. Now, when Billy first comes into your hospital, you know absolutely nothing about him. You don't know about his life. You don't even know his next of kin. You have to spend the rest of the game trying to figure out who this man is and how you can get him help. Now, each players will take turns taking on the role as the head nurse. The head nurse decides where the rest of the players are going to go throughout the day. Then once the players are assigned to their spot in the day, it is up to them to decide what Billy needs most. Does he need care in the form of help, or does he need a listening ear?
To find out Billy's full story, you have to go through the game's 10 very different scenarios. Each of these 10 scenarios comes with its own objective to complete the scenario, as well as potential rule changes that are specific to that exact scenario. God dang it! This game is stupid! Mom, can I have some pizza rolls? One of the biggest draws to Holding On is that the mechanics have extremely strong ties to the theme. We find everything you do in this game thematically just makes sense. So whether it's the head nurse sending some other nurses to work in the afternoon shift, or if it's the head nurse making sure that the evening shift is covered by making someone work a double, even if that person has to take a little bit of stress. All of these thematic ties make the game really stand out, and it allows the players to become invested in what they're doing, helping Billy.
One notable and even divisive aspect of this game is the theme. Like we said, the game revolves around a man by the name of Billy Kerr who has just had a heart attack, and as players we are playing nurses who have to make life-changing decisions. Do we listen to this man's story as his final wishes, or do we provide the care that extends his life even further? For some people, this game might be too heavy to be enjoyable.
This song encapsulates my emotion perfectly. Brutal! I find this theme is one worth exploring. It has a realness and a depth to it that makes it intriguing to me, and it's something that makes me want to keep digging through these memory decks of Billy's and find out his past, find out his story. No matter how sad or emotional or even sometimes bad those memories may be. It's something that some people may not enjoy. I think it's something worth diving into.
Now, as you uncover more cards, you will be discovering more about Billy's life, and eventually, as you play through all 10 levels of the game, you will have discovered Billy's entire life story. So this might affect the replayability of the game, because by the time you've gone through Billy's entire life story, some of the allure of the game is lost.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right, well then I will see you this weekend. Okay, bye. I got beer and a girlfriend. I got beer and a girlfriend. I got beer and a girlfriend, yeah. Uncovering this story is done by revealing memory cards. These represent different times in Billy's past. At first, Billy gives you glimpses with partial memory cards, but the more you talk with Billy, the clearer those memories become. Now, this reliance on memory cards during the game means there's going to be a lot of shuffling. This can become tedious and be quite annoying for some people, especially if, like me, you don't trust others to shuffle your cards.
As you're flipping through the cards, you begin to realize how much luck is involved in the game. You never know what Billy's going to throw at you in a given day. For example, he might become ill, requiring you to use all of your care tokens just to keep him alive. However, 8 hours later in the next shift, he might just want to talk. You never know what's going to happen. This game provides enough randomness to keep you on your toes, but also keep things interesting.
I spent 7 years and all that money for a piece of paper. Luck does provide the challenge in this game, but it also provides a fair amount of frustration. Sometimes, when you're digging for memory cards, whether partial or clear, Billy will decide he no longer wants to talk about things with you. Other times, when you're moving into the evening shift, you'll come across a particularly hard shift that requires more nurses or assistants than you have. It's especially difficult if you have sent a nurse home to relieve themselves of some stress so they can come back fresh the next day, able to potentially pull a double. So the luck does provide challenge, but it also provides frustration. And sometimes it's a little hard to look past that if you've repeated the scenario over and over.
The challenges of Billy's silences and health scares, combined with the successes granted by unveiling the right card or by providing the right amount of care, make the story both heartbreaking and warming. Michael, one of the creators of the game, once said that you have not fully experienced the life of Billy Kerr unless you have cried twice and cussed him out at least once. And believe me, this story is rich enough to elicit all of those emotions.
Come on. God dang it, this game is stupid. Haley, can you make me some pizza rolls? This is a game that has done a fantastic job in tying the mechanics and the theme together.
This theme may be a little heavy for some, but just right for others. And it all depends on your personal likes and life experiences.
Once you've learned Billy's entire story and completed all 10 of the scenarios, this may not be a game you want to revisit because the allure of uncovering that story is gone. Of course, if that's the case, you also don't have to deal with all the shuffling either.
The challenges this game provides are all great. They knock you on your butt and they keep you on your toes. But it's all worth the frustration because you get to help Billy and find out more about his life.
The story that unfolds, as well as the manner in which it does so, is an amazing experience that we highly recommend. It plays out so well, and every single game you find out something new. It will take you through a range of emotions, from happy to sad and everything in between, as you discover the troubled life of Billy Kerr. Thanks for watching this Malthaus Games session review video about Holding On, the Troubled Life of Billy Kerr. We just want to say thank you again to Hub Games for sending us this review copy so we can not only get this review video out to everyone, but we can also do episode 25 of the Malthaus Games podcast, where we discuss Holding On in a much more in-depth way. If you want to check that out, go to anywhere that you listen to podcasts, and it should be available, including Spotify. If you want to, please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All of our social media is at Malthaus Games. If you could like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, send this video out to anyone you know, and then definitely go pick up Holding On when it becomes available to you. If you would like to email at us, it is contact@malthausgames.com. And then the final thing before you go is if you want to be like our awesome Patreon backer, Allison, and get shouted out, hi Allison, then you can go to patreon.com/malthausgames or podpledge.com/malthausgames. So until then, sit back, relax, grab a drink, and play some games. We'll see you guys next time.